Spiderman, 1967. The Vulture's first appearance was as Blackie Drago's incarnation, who was referred to as Vulture Man. He used an electrical device to control an army of birds and used them to terrorize New York City, demanding to be paid $2 million for him to stop. After escaping prison, Vulture abducted J. Jonah Jameson, who discovered his hideout in a clock tower while he committed a rash of spectacular crimes, including stealing a powerful military rocket. He later teamed up with Electro, Goblin, and Noah to try and kill Spiderman, but they were unsuccessful. Spiderman, 1982. The Adrian Toomes incarnation of the Vulture appeared and he kidnapped a scientist from his apartment, and Spiderman was unable to stop him. The Vulture had recently been kidnapping scientists, and he kidnapped Peter with the impression that he was Harry Osborn and took him to his airship base, where Peter found the other kidnapped scientists, who were being forced to work for the Vulture. In the end, the other scientists were freed and Spidey was thrown off the airship when the Vulture returned. Spidey landed safely and later discovered that the Jupiter space probe containing rare space rocks was scheduled to splash down in 1 hour. He figured out that the Vulture's plans were to capture the probe and steal the rare gems. Spiderman the Animated Series, 1996. The Adrian Toomes incarnation of the Vulture made appearances as an old man and as a young man. This version was an engineer who sought revenge on Norman Osborn and drained youth from others with a flying suit he invented in a bid to become younger. When he and Spiderman were fighting, a strange energy surrounded Spiderman and Vulture got younger. This caused Spiderman to faint, and Vulture realized that absorbing Spiderman's spider powers made him feel more powerful. As Spiderman passed out, Vulture removed Spiderman's mask and saw that he was now elderly. In his final appearance, Vulture joined forces with Scorpion, and things became even more difficult for the elderly Spiderman, who had to fight Vulture to regain his youth. Vulture used his newfound youth and powers that he got from an infant Silvermane and joined the Insidious Six and attempted to aid Kingpin in finding the Doomsday Weapon. Spiderman Unlimited, 2001. Just like the Counter-Earth version of the Green Goblin, the Vulture was a hero, and both of them first mistook Spiderman for a villain. This Vulture was a human before he got bestial powers from the High Evolutionary whom he hated so much. Spiderman teamed up with the Vulture to foil one of Sir Ram's evil plots and defeat his minion Firedrake. After Firedrake and Sir Ram were defeated, Spiderman and the Vulture freed the human kidnapped victims, and the Vulture offered them a chance to exact revenge on Sir Ram, but Spiderman talked them out of it. The Spectacular Spiderman, 2008. This Adrian Toomes version was a former aeronautics engineer who wore a black and red suit and initially sought revenge against Norman Osborn for stealing his invention, but was sent to jail. While in jail, he joined the Sinister Six's Dr. Octopus's right-hand man, who was seeking revenge on Spiderman, but they were defeated and thrown back in jail. In there, he again met Dr. Octopus and joined the new Sinister Six, who this time wanted to kill Spiderman. In the end, when Hammerhead was instigating a fight, the Vulture got slammed unconscious into a wall by Hammerhead's machine. It wasn't determined whether he was sent to prison with Dr. Octopus or he escaped. Ultimate Spider-Man, 2014. The Adrian Toomes incarnation of the Vulture appeared, and this version was a teenage test subject of Dr. Octopus's genetic experiments, who had the ability to transform into a humanoid vulture creature with organic wings and sonic shrieks. Additionally, he was not as villainous as his other versions and even regarded Spider-Man as a friend. He only sided with supervillains who offered to help him discover his origins, before eventually redeeming himself. In his last appearances, Toomes was cured of his mutation and he regained his memories and enrolled in the S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy to learn how to become a superhero. Spider-Man Homecoming, 2017. A live-action incarnation of Adrian Toomes appears, and this version previously ran a New York salvaging company. His flight suit was equipped with turbine-powered wings, claw-like wingtips, and boot-mounted talons. Some years earlier, his company ran out of business following the Battle of New York and the creation of the Department of Damage Control. In response, he persuaded his colleagues not to surrender the Chitauri technology they collected, and they started a scavenging operation and ran a black market weapons ring. In the present, after discovering Spider-Man's secret identity when he interfered with his operation, Toomes threatens to get even unless Spider-Man stops, and he spares Spidey's life since he previously saved his daughter's life. However, Spider-Man foils Toomes' attempt to hijack a plane carrying much of the Avengers' weaponry and saves Toomes' life when his suit malfunctions just before he is found and arrested. Marvel's Spider-Man, 2017. This Adrian Toomes incarnation of the Vulture was the main antagonist, and this version was a middle-aged man who was an employee at Horizon High but was fired for stealing equipment. After that, he began calling himself the Vulture, and his flight suit was equipped with a neck-mounted device that enabled sonic attacks. He initially served as a henchman to Norman Osborn and was a member of Dr. Octopus's Sinister Six. In Season 2, Toomes inspired a viral stunt group called the Wave Riders, and he later went on a personal quest for power, donning an identity as the Goblin King while leading the Goblin Nation. Avengers Assemble, 2019. Vulture is an enemy of Spider-Man and a minor antagonist in Season 5 of this show. His main weapons were claws and sonic blasters. Adrian Toomes showed up to give Claw his sonic emitter back in exchange for his help to get into Horizon High. When Toomes got his Vulture suit back, he decided to tie up some loose ends, and Black Panther had to work with Spiderman to defeat Vulture. Morbius, 2022. Adrian Toomes appeared in the post-credits scenes of this film. After being moved from the Marvel Cinematic Universe to Sony's Spider-Man universe due to the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, Toomes is released from prison because he had not committed any crimes in the SSU. After developing a new flight suit, Toomes approaches Dr. Morbius and suggests they form a team, Spider-Man Across the SpiderVerse, 2023. An Italian alternate universe variant of Adrian Toomes' Vulture called Adriano Tomino appears in Gwen Stacy's universe. Confused and panicking from the strange sights and colors of the new world, the Vulture starts causing destruction, which soon leads to the arrival of both the police and Spider-Woman on the scene, both of them believing that the culprit is their local Vulture. The two engage in a fight, and shortly after, Spider-People arrive using portal-generating watches and help Gwen neutralize the Vulture. He fires an array of rockets and damages the police helicopter, which nearly kills everyone that was in the museum. The Vulture is finally apprehended and properly restrained, and Miguel tosses him through a portal to Earth 928. Thank you for watching this video. Please share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our awesome uploads.